Your person is sending you a great deal of energy, but they are hesitant to reach out directly. Their fear and uncertainty are holding them back from making that first move, yet deep down, they are manifesting a reality where you reach out to them instead. They're using their thoughts and emotions to try to draw you in, hoping that you'll take the initiative. If you've been feeling unusually tired or drained lately, it might be because your energy is flowing toward them, helping them navigate their own spiritual challenges. Unbeknownst to you, your energy is playing a significant role in their growth, giving them strength as they work to ascend on their spiritual journey. The connection between the two of you runs much deeper than just a physical relationship. Your souls are intertwined, bound together by a powerful energy that transcends this physical world. However, in this dynamic, one of you awakened to the spiritual connection earlier than the other. This difference in spiritual awareness has created a temporary imbalance, a mismatch between where the two of you are in this earthly reality. It's not uncommon for this to happen in such deeply connected relationships, especially when both individuals are on different timelines of spiritual growth. It's like one of you sees the road ahead clearly, while the other is still catching glimpses of the bigger picture. This can create feelings of frustration or confusion, as one might feel more ready or advanced in understanding the connection than the other. Despite this temporary mismatch, the purpose of your connection is much larger than the challenges you might be facing right now. You are here to help each other grow, not just spiritually, but also on a physical, practical level. Your presence in each other's lives is meant to catalyze growth in many aspects, from emotional maturity to life lessons that help you become better versions of yourselves. Sometimes, it may feel like you're both going in circles, repeating patterns or situations without making progress. This can be exhausting, leaving you wondering if the relationship is stuck. But in reality, the truth is far from that. You are both leading each other in an upward direction, even if the progress is not always immediately visible. Growth is happening beneath the surface, on a spiritual plane, even during moments that seem stagnant in the physical world. Your person's higher self is extremely active and communicative, even if they don't openly express it in the physical realm. On a soul level, they are constantly trying to connect with you, especially on an emotional and sensual level. They long for the connection that your energy brings, as it offers them immense peace and healing. Your energy is like a soothing balm for them, helping to heal wounds they might not even be fully conscious of. Every time your energies connect, whether through thoughts, dreams, or spiritual experiences, it brings them a sense of comfort that they may not find elsewhere. Your energy lights up something within them, igniting a spark that they cannot forget. It's as if your presence awakens parts of them that have been dormant for a long time. Even though they may not be physically present or actively reaching out, they are deeply aware of what you mean to them. They miss the love, care, and nurturing energy you brought into their life, and they feel the absence of it more than you might realize. Yet, despite these strong feelings, their fear holds them back from making a move. They may be afraid of vulnerability, rejection, or simply unsure of how to handle the depth of the connection they feel. But in the background, they continue to manifest a way for you two to be in each other's lives, even if it means hoping that you will be the one to take the next step. It's important to recognize that while your person is working through their own growth and fears, you are also evolving. This connection is meant to challenge and push you both towards higher levels of awareness and understanding, not just of each other, but of yourselves. The journey may be difficult at times, especially when the energy between you feels mismatched, but it is always moving toward a higher purpose. Every interaction, every period of silence, every time you feel their energy, is part of a greater unfolding that is leading both of you to become the best versions of yourselves. Your connection is a sacred one, built on mutual growth and healing. While your paths may not always seem aligned in the moment, the bond between you is undeniable. Trust that this journey, however challenging, is leading you both to where you need to be, and that your energies will continue to support and uplift each other in both the spiritual and physical realms. I can't stop thinking about you. It's as if you're always on my mind, occupying my thoughts from the moment I wake up until I fall asleep. At first, I thought it might just be infatuation or a fleeting feeling, but this is different. You seem too good to be true, and honestly, that scared me. It felt impossible that someone like you could actually exist. You were so perfect in every way that I kept waiting for something to go wrong, for some flaw to appear, but it never did. You are patient in ways that I never thought a person could be. No matter what I was going through, you were there, always understanding, always willing to listen. You never lost your cool, no matter how chaotic things got. I can't help but admire how deeply loyal you are. That kind of loyalty is rare these days, and yet you displayed it so effortlessly, like it was simply a part of who you are. Then there's your honesty, so pure, almost disarming. In a world where people often hide behind masks or twist the truth, you were a breath of fresh air. You never sugar-coated anything, but at the same time, your honesty was never hurtful. It was refreshing to meet someone who could be so real, so genuine. It left me wondering, how could someone be so beautiful, both inside and out? You have this warmth about you, something that radiates from deep within and makes people around you feel safe and cherished. Your physical beauty is undeniable, but what makes you truly stand out is that your inner beauty shines even brighter. You have this rare combination of qualities that makes you truly special. You never demanded anything from me, never asked for more than I could give. You just loved me, without any conditions or expectations. That's what left me completely astonished. I had never experienced anything like it before. In today's world, love so often comes with strings attached, with hidden motives lurking beneath the surface. It feels like people love you only when it serves them, when they can gain something from you. But you were different. You didn't have any agenda. You didn't love me because you wanted something from me, you loved me for who I was, flaws and all. It's rare to find someone like that in this world, and it took me a long time to even believe it was real. Where did you come from, love? How are you so amazing? Sometimes I wonder if people like you are even from this world because your heart is so pure. You are a complete package of kindness and generosity, and you make it look so effortless. It's like loving others is as natural for you as breathing. I could see it in your eyes every time you looked at me. Your soul is pure, untainted by the cynicism and selfishness that seem to plague so many people nowadays. And yet, despite all of this, I made mistakes. I lied to you, and I didn't trust you when you had given me no reason not to. You had been nothing but open and honest with me, yet I let my own insecurities cloud my judgment. I let fear get in the way of something truly beautiful. I made you feel vulnerable, and for that, I am deeply sorry. You deserved better. You deserved someone who could see how special you are and hold on to you without hesitation. But instead, I pushed you away. I let my own fears and doubts ruin something that could have been incredible. And then, to make matters worse, I left you alone, without any explanation. I can't imagine how hurtful that must have been for you, and I am so sorry for the pain I caused. I wish I could take it all back. I wish I could undo the mistakes I made and show you how much you truly mean to me. But I know that life doesn't work that way. All I can do now is ask for your forgiveness. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me for all the times I hurt you, for all the times I failed to appreciate how incredible you are. Please forgive me for the lies, for the lack of trust, and for making you feel like you weren't enough when, in reality, you were more than enough. You were everything I could have ever asked for, and I was too blind to see it. I've come to a point where I can no longer ignore the overwhelming realization of just how much you've given me, not just through the big moments, but through the simple and profound act of loving me. Your love has been constant, unwavering, and it's carried me through some of the hardest times in my life. When I look back, I see now that you loved me through everything, the good, the bad, and even the moments when I wasn't at my best. For all of that, I haven't given you the credit or recognition you deserve. I'm starting to understand just how much I've taken for granted, and how much of myself I've held back in return. If I'm being completely honest, I think a part of me was afraid to give you that recognition. I was scared to let myself be fully vulnerable in your presence. There's something about how deeply you see me that makes me feel exposed, and that vulnerability has always been uncomfortable for me. It feels like letting you in completely would give you even more power over me, and that was something I wasn't ready to face. You already hold so much space in my heart, and I feared that opening up any further would leave me too vulnerable, too dependent on you. So instead, I played it safe. I've always lived cautiously, doing what seemed right or what was expected, even when it left me feeling empty and disconnected from myself. I realize now that playing it safe didn't protect me from anything. If anything, it kept me from truly living. I've spent so much of my life denying my own truth, pretending that everything was fine when, in reality, I've been miserable. I've become so good at masking my true feelings, convincing even myself that I'm content, that I'm happy with the way things are. But the truth is, I'm not. I've been living in a state of discontent for so long that I didn't even recognize it anymore. I told myself that I was fulfilled, that I didn't need anything more, but deep down, I knew that wasn't true. It's not just a general sense of dissatisfaction I've been feeling, it's an ache, a longing for something deeper, something real. I've deprived myself of love and affection, the very things that make life worth living. I've been surrounded by people, by distractions, but none of it has filled the void inside me. I've realized that no one can give me what you gave me. There's no one else in my life who understands me the way you do, no one who makes me feel as seen and as loved as you have. And I miss that. I miss you more than I've allowed myself to admit. There is a unique connection we share, something that goes beyond words or actions. It's a bond that's difficult to explain, but it's one I feel deeply. You are someone so special, so irreplaceable in my life, and I've been trying to pretend that I don't feel that void without you. But I do. Every day, I feel the absence of your presence, and I know now that no one else can ever take your place. The way you love me, the way you understand me, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced before, and I don't think I will ever find that kind of connection again. For so long, I've pretended that I didn't need you, that I was fine on my own. I've convinced myself that I was strong enough to live without you, but that's just not true. The truth is, you've always been in my heart, even when I wasn't ready to admit it. You hold a place in my life that no one else can fill. And as much as I've tried to ignore it, I've come to realize that I don't want to live in a world where you're not part of my life. I miss you deeply, and there's a part of me that knows I always will. Looking back, I wish I had been more open, more willing to let you in. I wish I hadn't been so afraid of being vulnerable, so scared of what it might mean to give you that kind of power over me. But I can't change the past. All I can do is acknowledge the truth now and hope that somehow, you'll understand just how much you mean to me. You are someone incredibly unique and so close to my heart, and I'll never stop being grateful for the love you've given me, even if I haven't always shown it.